We back, y'all. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties in a technical world. All right, so I'm gonna run back what I was talking about to y'all. We're gonna start from the top. It's not like y'all heard me the first time anyway, so it's all still new information to you. Okay, it's back. I can see the comments now. So we good. All right, so we were starting out with the news of the week. So this week in entertainment news, we lost Biz Markie. He's been sick for a while. There was a big thing that went on the internet recently where they said he was gone. He wasn't gone. He was just real sick. So he departed this week. Also this week we lost Frankie, Keisha Cole's mom. Her biological mother, the one that raised her, is still with us. We're talking about Frankie, and most everybody knows who Frankie is. She was very public. She dealt with her addiction very publicly. The comments, I was saying the comments that I saw, she kind of got dragged, and I don't think it's ever cool to drag a dead person. It's also not cool to drag a dead person because her family witnesses those comments, and it can make them feel away. So I was just making a public plea to my people to be better humans. Before you hit that send button on a nasty comment, just be mindful that it affects people. Even if you feel like it's just words on the internet, you're affecting somebody. That's somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother, somebody's sister, whatever. Just be mindful. Be better humans. Be better humans. That's my message for today. Be better humans. That's it. Also, COVID-19 reinfections. New York State has 11 million fully vaccinated people. I am not here to tell you not to get vaccinated. I'm also not here to tell you to get vaccinated. I'm just saying if you are not immune to getting infected because people are getting reinfected. It's a very small amount compared to the number of people that are fully vaccinated. There's about 8,700 people who've been reinfected with COVID-19, and I don't mean reinfected as in they had it before. I mean infected over the top of the vaccine. So I'm not talking about people who had it, got it vaccinated, and then got it again. So I guess maybe reinfect is not the right word, but this is just a plea to you that if you feel like you are invincible because you have been fully vaccinated, that's not the case, my friend. You still should be mindful. You still should socially distance, and all of that is still important. Yes, we're trying to get back to real life. Yes, we're trying to get back to normalcy, but being vaccinated is not the total answer. We still have to be smart. We still have to make sure that we are socially distancing, masks, masks, staying away from people is also necessary. I get that we're trying to rip the Band-Aid off. We've been caged for a whole year, and we're trying just to get back to what's normal to us. Please still be mindful that it's out here. It's changing and mutating and turning into new strains. So I don't want to go back in the house, and I'm going to be really upset if y'all ruin my Labor Day plans. So just know, this is a forewarning. If we go back into quarantine and I saw you on a trip this summer, I'm blocking you. Because I'm blaming you. Even if you're not to blame, even if you didn't go to a place where it's spreading, I'm blaming you. So please do not ruin my hot girl Labor Day. Have all the hot girl summer that you want, but don't ruin my hot girl Labor Day, please. Be careful. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. That's another one. Please wash your hands. People don't seem to think that that's irrelevant too, which is disgusting. You should always have been doing that, but please just make sure you're washing your hands. If you need sanitizer, I got you. I always got sanitizer. Please just be careful because you can get reinfected. And last but not least, Meg Thee Stallion, first female rapper on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Very dope. She looked amazing. It was a huge, huge deal. The pictures are all over the internet, and if you haven't seen them, go check them out because Meg looked so good. So I'm proud of my girl for that. Let's make sure that you're supporting women doing great things. Always, always, always support women doing great things. So if you can go pick up that issue of Sports Illustrated, you should also do that. Now, I done seen some foolery on the internet this week, y'all. And I brought it for you because I feel away. So we're gonna talk about it because this is where we do that at. Y'all my people, so we're gonna talk about it. So I posted a video in the group today, the Wheelit Network group today, that I want to put out there, and I saw some comments about it, and rightfully so. But we're gonna talk about it. I just didn't want to forward. It's good? Okay. So the video was a man calling his daughter, and she immediately says, I don't want to talk to you. And he's like, you say that every time I call. She was like, I don't like talking to you. And the conversation kind of went back and forth, kind of like that. She snapped off a little bit more and then hung up after she yelled and growled and whatever that was that she did. Now, I look at both sides of this. I go through the comments. I try to form an educated opinion about things. That was foul. There's no way in hell she should have been talking to her father like that. Yes, she's allowed to express her emotions. Yes, she's allowed to feel like she doesn't want to talk right then. But there's a way that you talk to adults, and that just wasn't it. Now, I went through the comments, and I saw the people talking about, oh, you don't know what he did to her. You don't know what their relationship is like. You don't know why she feels like that towards him. And that's all valid. But at the end of the day, that's still your parent. You still need to respect your parents. And I don't know if he's just not in her life. I don't know what their situation is. But I know a whole lot of people that would have smacked fire out her for talking to them like that in person. So just because there's a phone and distance between you doesn't make it okay. Also, maybe he is absent, maybe he has done something to her, but at the end of the day, a child's a child and that's still your parent. So I wasn't feeling the comments. And believe it or not, the majority of people were siding with her and saying, oh, he did something. Oh, he must have did something to her mother. She hears her mother talking like that. That's why she talks like that. Maybe. She might hear some stuff like that from her mother, but at the end of the day, that doesn't make it acceptable. It doesn't make it okay for her to talk to her father like that. I would definitely like to know what y'all thought about it. I did read the comments from the post earlier. Disrespectful. That's not okay. Whoop that butt. That came from my mom too. That was crazy. Yeah, just overall disrespectful. I also posted it on my Instagram, one of my Instagram pages, and the sense was still the same. Like, that was just wrong. So the video's there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely go check out the page. Go check out the video, and if you haven't seen the full video, and comment what you think about it because I'm interested. All right. Let's talk about the next thing. Okay, so I don't know if y'all saw when I was introducing this podcast to the world and talking about what we were going to talk about and what the angle was going to be here, but I promised to ruin potlucks for you, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So there was a video floating around the internet of a girl washing chicken in the sink. She had chicken wings. She covered them in bleach, then massaged them with Dawn, then rinsed them with water as they fell into the garbage disposal. Then she took them out and seasoned them. Now, I don't know if you can taste bleach on chicken after it's fried, but I just think that validates a lot of the reasons that people don't eat other people's food. You gotta be careful whose food that you eat. Everybody thinks it's dirtiness. When I feel like when I hear the reasons that people don't eat other people's food at potlucks and company things, it's always oh, you don't know if they have cats that are on their stove. You don't know if their house is dirty. You don't know if they have mice. You don't know if they have bugs. All true. But there are some very clean people that have some really disgusting habits. There are people who do stuff like this. Like who? And she said her mom and her grandmama did it too. So there's a whole tribe of people that does this apparently. And who knows how many of her cousins and sisters and brothers think that this is the way. I'm just saying, if she's so bold to wash chicken with bleach and post it and for it to go viral, who knows? And see, that's something I never would have thought about. I never would have thought that there was people out here seasoning chicken and cleaning it with bleach. But apparently there is. That's not even the most disturbing video I saw. But that was close. Her sink looked very clean. But she washed her chicken with bleach and then dish soap and then pulled it out of the garbage disposal and cooked it. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful with what you do. So to go back off of that one too, I'm gonna slam dunk the whole potluck thing home for y'all. I also saw a video this week of a woman creating a bacon wrapped meatloaf in her own kitchen, and as she was cooking, she was feeding her dog. So she was putting the meat in the pan, she was pulling out a piece, and she was giving it to the dog. But when she was giving it to the dog, she put her whole hand in the dog's mouth, and the dog was licking off her fingers. And then she went back, it was massaging the meatloaf before she put, I kid you, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. And then she thought it was cute. She was like, oh, look. And she's feeding up, and the dog is slobbering all over her fingers. And then she goes back to the meatloaf, and she's patting it into the pan, picking up more. The dog went to the pan and pulled a piece of bacon off, and she took it and put it back over the meat. And they thought this was cute. And then she made it and then fed it to her family. Y'all, stop eating at potlucks unless you know the person personally. I've worked in some places where I knew the people personally that made the food. That's the only food I touched. Stop eating everybody's food, y'all. That's not a thing. And I'm like, I guess shade, but no shade. That goes for family too. You gotta be careful. Sometimes you gotta be careful. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, so this next one I'm really about to go off about because this disturbed me in a whole different kind of way today. I saw a video today of the woman with the most perfect butt in America. Y'all, she was a size 6. The jeans designer that they were interviewing for this most perfect butt in the world title said that she had the most perfect butt because it wasn't too big, it wasn't too small. She had curves in the right places, and when I tell you this woman looked like a board, no body shaming. I'm not here to talk about nobody's body being bad. All I'm saying is, to put it out there as the most perfect body in the world was crazy. 6 isn't even average. 6 isn't even average. So okay. The jeans designer looked like she designed for a certain type of body, so maybe this was perfect to her business. In the real world, that's not, I won't say it's not perfect. Maybe it is perfect, but at the end of the day, it's not realistic. So for them to be advertising this as the most perfect, meaning this is what you should strive to be. This is perfect. If you're looking for perfection, this is it. And she's a size 6. My daughter, who is 11, is a 13. If she was to come across this video and develop a eating disorder because she thought that this is what perfect meant, that's crazy. And these are the type of things that are still being broadcast out to our kids. And these are the messages that they're receiving about themselves. Because say what you want, kids spend so much time on the internet. They spend so much time on TikTok. This is a huge information source for them. Where they get a lot of their thoughts and ideas are directly from social media. A lot of the developmental things that happen with our children are very, very highly influenced by social media and perception of what they see on social media these days. That's not how my life was growing up, but that's the world we live in today. And now that I have teenagers and preteen kids, I've accepted that that's just what it is. So I was offended. I was offended that this was the message that was being put out, not because I'm a heavier woman, but because that's just unrealistic. In my eyes, it's just unrealistic to deem that as perfection and then to broadcast it as perfection. It's just, I feel like that's irresponsible, and I wasn't cool with it. So let me know how y'all feel. Drop it in the comments. Do you think, I might even put a poll about this on my page. Do you think that 6 is perfection? And we'll see what the comments said. We'll see if 6 actually is perfection. For sure. All right. So this next topic, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get some mixed emotions, even though I did pull my page about it. I did pull my page about this, but I feel like it's a sensitive topic. Y'all gonna, I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Body count. So, is body count important? I actually saw this being talked about on another podcast, and she said it was a podcast that was hosted by 2 women, and she said, now that I am the age that I am, she's in her mid-30s, body count's not important to me, but I feel like it's still a thing for young girls out here. So I said, is it? Is that still? Okay, maybe it is. So I took it out to social media. I put it on my page, and I said, what do y'all think? Is body count important? And I posted it in every place that I have access to. My story, my personal story, my page, my BBW link up page, and in the story. The reviews I got were mixed. It was real mixed. But one thing I saw for sure is that men don't think body count counts. They don't think body count's a big deal. Okay, cool. I got some women, and it appears to be women about my age who still think it does matter. So, I don't know. The reasons that I got were health reasons. I got because it's an exchange of energy, so I don't want to exchange energy with somebody who has a high body count. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. I got, it's just nasty and whorish. I mean, okay, whatever. There was a whole rainbow of things, and I posted some of them in the story just to see what people would say about it. But apparently, it's still a thing amongst people my age. My personal opinion is, that's your body. Do what you want with it. Like, if you get to the point in your life where you just want to do you and that's your lane, then go do that. If you're in a place where you want to be monogamous, to be with one person, then do that. That's your lane. Like, I'm up for whatever. You do whatever you want with your body. I was just a little bit surprised by how many people it actually really mattered to and had strong opinions about it, because I didn't think it would be such a thing. But I guess it is. So, again, in the comments, y'all let me know what you think. The poll actually might even still be on my page on Instagram. My Instagram's at HellRailBaby with 2 Y's. The poll might still be up, so go talk about it in the stories if you want. But yeah, apparently it still matters. Body count matters. Last topic, and then I'm gonna let y'all go for the day. No, I take that back. I'm not gonna let you go because I do have one other thing. So, Love and Hip Hop. This video kind of went crazy this week. Erica Mena letting Safaree know that she was pregnant with their second child, and his reaction wasn't wasn't popular. We'll say popular. His reaction wasn't popular. So she let him know that she was pregnant. He asked her how long. He started doing the scratch and confused look. And she said she was 23 weeks pregnant. He looked devastated by that. I don't know what he thought was going to happen if she said less, but especially since she told him on camera. But he was pretty upset. He told her she knew how he felt about it, kind of stormed off. Social media went crazy. Oh, that's his wife. Why would he treat her like that? That broke my heart, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to say this. I'm pretty sure that she knew prior to 23 weeks that she was pregnant. Erica's a very small person. I've seen her pregnancy pictures, like, since she announced that she was pregnant. It's very obvious that she's pregnant because she is such a small person. I'm pretty sure she knew, and there was a reason she waited so long to tell him. She was terrified. And when he said, you know how I feel about having more kids, I feel like she really knew how he felt about having more kids. So in that situation, he might have felt trapped. They already weren't getting along, supposedly, living in separate ends of their house, and she pops up 23 weeks pregnant when she knew he didn't want more kids. I mean, yes, it takes two to make a baby, obviously, but I feel like waiting so long and so far into her pregnancy when you're, 6 months pregnant, that's a little bit shady. Like, that's a little bit shady. So you got a baby coming in 3 months and you just found out, like, you know he doesn't want kids, and you're not even giving them time to adjust. You're just, hey, here's the baby. It'll be here in about 3 months. Hope you're gonna put that crib together. And that's kind of foul in my opinion. His reaction, I mean, he could have tried to hide it a little bit. He could have pretended that he was happy, but his reaction wasn't favorable. So social media is real upset, and I don't think Safaree should step outside no time soon. But also, I did notice in the official Love and Hip Hop video on their Instagram, he actually popped up in the comments and was like, I hate that guy, shaking my head, just like amongst all of the trolls. And I'm like, that's real Safaree style. That's just some stuff that he would do. So it was pretty cool to see. But yeah, so I think he could have went about it a little bit differently. So yeah, that's the wild and crazy videos I've seen this week. That's your news. I did just want to talk about one other thing that came up this week for me. It's not entertainment related or video related, but somebody recently came up to me about catfishing. And I feel like I'm going to make this a topic at a later time, but I kind of wanted to briefly touch on it now about catfishing. I have a very wide net on Instagram, and I have a lot of followers, and a lot of my followers know that not too long ago there was this huge catfishing situation that took place on my BBW Link Up page. Like, it was wild. Like, I even contacted Catfish about it, and they were trying to call me, and I wasn't so sure I wanted to be on TV about it, so I didn't reach out to them. And then I guess whatever happened. But the situation was wild. Like, come to find out, there were like hundreds of women being catfished by this person. He was taking money from them. They were paying his bills. Like, it was crazy. So I'll go into detail about all that maybe on another show. But I want to hear from y'all about catfishing. Have you ever been catfished? And I want to hear your catfishing stories. It doesn't even have to be internet catfishing. If you've ever been catfished prior to internet and social media, because I know I got catfished on the party line before. And now I'm going to throw my age out there. I know y'all in my age bracket remember the party line where you would call and you would talk on the phone. I got catfished horribly. Horribly. So I might even talk about that at some point. But I want to hear y'all stories. So treat my inbox like the Catfish MTV show.
Give them a preview of your cat. We need that story now.
Oh my god! So the party line, the party Catfish story.
The party line. No. We need to know that. You can't just be anybody.
Okay, so I'll give y'all I'll save the Instagram Catfish story, but I'll tell y'all the party line Catfish story. So me and my friends, high school, we thought it was cool to call it party line because we didn't have nothing else to do. There wasn't no social media, so we called the party line. I was talking to this guy for a while, like a really long while, and he was from Syracuse. I obviously am from Auburn. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna meet him. We gonna do this. So me and my friend got on the bus, and now I don't know if y'all know the Central buses, but the windows are tinted. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna wear this. And now I also didn't have a cell phone because cell phones weren't really a thing at that moment. So this was before like senior year. This was like mid high school. So me and my friend got on the bus. He was gonna meet us at the stop, and first red sign was like, the first red flag was like, oh, I'm gonna be wearing this, and I'm gonna have a bike with me. And now this is a grown man, as far as I know. Also, I shouldn't have been doing that. We won't talk about that right now. But it was, I got a bike and I'll be at the bus stop. So the Central bus pulls up, and there's tinted windows, and I see a man. This man looks easily in his 50s. And he had on mismatched clothes, like he got dressed in the dark. He was looking wild. I didn't even get off the bus. I was like, oh no, that's definitely him right there. We stayed on the bus and went to the mall. But I was talking to this person for a very long time on the phone, via the party line. He didn't have my phone number, he didn't know where I lived, anything like that. But he had my phone number he was talking to me on the party line for a very long time. He turned into he was somebody's whole Uncle Earl. I don't know what it was, but yeah, he got me good. So I'm surprised that it happened to me twice. But yeah, Instagram definitely got me too. And that one was a lot more elaborate. That one I kind of slid past and avoided because the windows were tinted. It's not like he could be like, you right there, I see you, you're coming to me. It wasn't nothing like that. So I skated up out of that one. The Instagram one, y'all gonna want to hear that story. So I'm gonna save it for we'll save it for next time. Y'all send me your catfish stories. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's pre-social media, social media, however you got catfish, send me your stories because I want to know. I want to know what happened because I can't be the only one out here getting catfish. I know that some of y'all did too because there's about 25 seasons on MTV about it. So y'all send me your catfish stories. Let me know what you ran into and what was going on with your situation because I'm definitely interested to know. And if you ever want to come and talk to me about it, maybe I'll even invite you to come stay here and tell me a story in person because that would be a really dope thing to do. So maybe we'll even set up, depending on what the stories are, maybe we'll set up an in-person, you can come air it out here with me on Wednesday nights For What It's Worth. Also, keep an eye out for my polls. I am asking for your opinions. I'm looking for your ideas. I've gotten some really good show ideas, some topics that people want me to discuss. I've even got some advice questions. We're going to table that for another time too, but we definitely going to get to the advice. I'll be giving you some advice. I do have some already, but we'll definitely hold on to those. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. So for this week, y'all's homework is to send me your catfish stories. Send me your catfish stories so we can talk about it. We'll air it out here. Next week, I'm going to come back. I'll tell you all about my Instagram catfish story that, y'all, when I tell you that this spans states, and when I say hundreds of women, I'm not exaggerating. Literally hundreds of women sending nudes, sending videos, telling me that they're afraid that their videos and nudes are going to be leaked. It was crazy. It got real wild. So we'll talk about that next week. But I will be here again next Wednesday, 9 o'clock. We Lit Network, all the things. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Vigo, all of that. Come holla at me. Wednesdays, 9-ish. 9-ish. I'll be here. We'll stay comfortably between 9 and 10. I'll be here. So, yeah, hit me on social media. My Instagram is at HellRellBaby. That's HellRellBaby. 2 Y's. So hit me up on Instagram. I'm there all day. And if not, I will see you here next Wednesday, 9 o'clock, 9-ish. 9-ish. That's going to be my new thing, 9-ish. And we're going to talk about catfish. So I will see y'all then. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. Drink one for me, and I will see y'all next week.